you set up here. That should be better. It's still probably not pointing at my face. Yo, what's up, YouTube? I look different? I feel different. So that's pretty much the end of my POV series. I just wanted to show you guys basically the same thing I've showed you before, but that's basically my entire season, okay? Like, I start it with firewood at the end of winter, and it ends with clearing land and getting the land prepped for more garden space the following year. But that's basically what I do, and then during the winter, I hang out online and on YouTube and basically waste, like, a lot of time. For a man my age, I waste a lot of time during the winter, but I shovel the driveway and I keep it clear and I keep this place cleaned up. But I don't do much work during the winter, and I can't lie, I never really have. There was a part of my life where I was going to California and working construction during the winter, and then during the summer come back to Maine. But it's been like 10 years and I kind of switched it. For a while I would go to work in California during the summer because that's when I could actually make money in the greenhouse industry, and then I'd come home and spend the winters hanging out at my mom's house or whatever. Like, it's a family house, so we'd hang out there, and that's pretty much what I would do. And then I'd go back after 3 months. I'd go back to California and spend 9 months there, and I'd do that pretty much every year. But like yeah, now that I got the winters here and I'm kind of living off the land and working the gardens, I pretty much just, exactly what the series just showed. I do firewood, and then I do the gardening all year. And now that I'm done with the gardening, I've just finished up clearing the spots for next year for the orchard. And I have one more spot that I'm still working on clearing. Actually, I'll bring you guys out there and we'll look at it. But I'm trying to clear this one more spot for another potato garden because the world's falling apart. It's October of 2022, and the war is like full blown. Like, American soldiers are on the border of Ukraine right now, getting ready to cross over. It is getting crazy. I have you guys set up in the window. You're not on the tripod, but I have you in the window because I don't have any lighting in here. So the best place for me to have like my face lit is right in the window, so you're in the window and the light's coming in this way, and that's probably the best lighting I can get on my face for videos like this. But I'm going to start doing more videos like this, actually, because I want to start doing videos where we're talking about what's going on, the current event that's happening. And I avoided doing that during COVID because I didn't even want to deal with that, especially on YouTube. But we are going to start talking about the war soon. We're going to start talking about prepping a lot more. And I'm going to start talking about, like, things that I think people should be doing, and my videos are probably already going to be late in the game, like really late in the game. But yeah, for me to make videos on topics like current events and stuff, there obviously has to be some crazy stuff, because I usually just do my laid back, hanging out in the woods type videos, and I don't really want to get into current events and everything. But things are getting crazy enough that we're going to have to start talking about it, and we're going to have to start talking about China, Russia, Taiwan, all that stuff here on the channel, at least a little bit for a little while, because it's crazy. And hopefully people in all countries are getting ready, but hopefully America's getting ready, because there's only a few ways that this can go. And it doesn't matter even how Taiwan or any of this stuff goes. Like, there has to be some sort of conflict with China soon. I'm not anti-Chinese people, but the Communist Party is getting ready to spread its influence, and that is a real thing. That's actually happening really soon, and their economy is about to pass ours. And after this crash starts to rebound, we're gonna see that China pretty much doubles our economy in like a couple years. And there's no way that China's gonna let us be the superpower after that's happened. So I'm totally pro-Chinese people, and I'm hoping that the Chinese people will rise up and put a squash to the Communist Party. But if the Communist Party is not taken care of by its own people, it's going to be spreading out into the world, and that means other countries and other peoples are going to have to take care of it. All right. So I'm not trying to be negative or start anything with anybody or disappoint anybody. I might have some Chinese followers, maybe not from in China because of the firewall, but I have some Chinese friends I know. I used to live in a hostel for many years. When I was younger, I would travel all over the place, and there was a hostel in San Diego that I worked in for like 4 years, which, if you go back far enough on the channel, you can find some of the videos from that time when I was still traveling. I don't know. I wasn't staying at the hostel. I had stopped. They sold the hostel and another company bought it, and it became really a corporate hostel. But before that, it was just this like one guy who ran this awesome international hostel right on the beach in San Diego. So that's where I lived for a while. When I first went out there at 19, I ended up at that hostel, and then it's a whole story, but yeah, I ended up working there for 4 years and living out of the place a lot of the time. You know, I'd come home and then I'd go there and come home. And since it was like a place I could come and go from, it was awesome because I could travel. And then if I was ever broke, I could just move into the hostel and they would give me room and board and a job because they knew I was good at cleaning bathrooms. It sucks. It would suck to clean bathrooms, but especially in a hostel. Talk about a lot of hair. Oh my God, it's scary. A hostel bathroom it looks like it's growing its own hair most of the time. So it definitely was not a glamorous job, but for 3 hours a day, all of my rent would be paid for. You know, it was a room with 4 bunks, or 2 bunks with 4 beds. So, and there was staff only in that room. So it wasn't that bad, but it wasn't the greatest situation, but it was a free place to stay right on the beach in San Diego. And when you're 19, that's a damn good deal. Trust me. So yeah, anyways, we're going to start talking about all kinds of different stuff and the videos are going to change, but we're going to do some current event videos where it's going to be me talking to the camera, but then we're also hopefully going to start doing some more like maybe bushcrafty videos, but it's a lot of it's just going to be property maintenance too. Like I have areas that I still need to clear, and then I also have I have a couple buildings. I've run out of money right now. So that's another reason why I need my YouTube channels to start doing better, because if I can get some income from that, then I can start doing more projects. But I pretty much ran out of all the savings I've had. I've been out here for 3 years with no work. So obviously I'm going to run out of money eventually. And I've pretty much run out of any disposable income for like building or doing any projects. So I got to come up with money for that. But there are some projects that I could probably do bushcraft style and get them done with material on the properties. It just takes a lot of time and effort to do that. Like I want to build a pig panel, and if I do it bushcraft style, that's going to be like 2 weeks worth of working, where if I just bought some pig panels and a small shack, I could have it done in 2 days. But I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm still trying to get some pig panels, but I'm at least going to want to build like a 3-sided pig building out of just sticks, like really tightly tied together sticks, and then we'll stuff some sort of like natural caulking in there, like some grass or something to keep the wind from going in and out of there. But I could probably make a pretty nice pig house, a little pig building for 2 pigs to live in with natural materials pretty easily. You know, it's just gonna take like 2 weeks, and I'll have to cut a whole bunch of material from all over the property and haul it back to wherever we're building it. But I think I'm going to do a couple projects like that. We'll start getting back into some bushcrafting on the channel. And then I'm asking you guys for help. Like, what kind of videos should I do? I own 100 acres. I'm out in northern Maine. Winter's about to come. What kind of videos would you guys like to see? What could be interesting? And what kind of videos are not on YouTube? I mean, I was thinking of the beavers have the brook dammed up really high. I mean, the highest I've ever seen at this time of year, and it looks like it's a nice enough dam that it's not going to break, at least until the end of winter when the ice breaks up. So that means there's going to be high water over there right by the dam. So we could drill holes in the ice and do some beaver trapping, but I have to get a trapping license. I don't think my regular hunting license, I think I have to do a second course. So I was going to just add it to my hunting license, but it turns out that I think if you haven't had a trapping license previously, you have to do a second course. So I need to do an archery course and a trapping course apparently. So I have some older guys here, though, that are into trapping and are planning on doing some winter trapping. Most of them don't do winter trapping up here. They do the spring trapping. But a guy that lives up the street, I think he's going to come over here with his license, and he's going to show me at least how to punch the holes and which trees and branches you put in there for bait and which traps to use, because I've never really done any trapping. So I obviously can watch YouTube videos and learn how to trap, no problem. But if you have an opportunity to apprentice under someone who's been doing it for 30 or 40 years, like this guy, I'd obviously take that. That seems like I'll learn it a lot quicker. Like, although YouTube videos have done obviously a really great job, like the shed I built, I just watched a couple YouTube channels. I really had never built a building like that before by myself, and that building's stronger than this building now. That I did a good job on that one because I had good instruction, and that was all from online. But yeah, anyways, that's the plan for this winter, and that's what the rest of the uploads are going to be for this winter. But I do need to come up with content. I need to be posting at least 3 videos a week, and that is hard to do with actual content people want to watch. Like this last series that I just put up wasn't good quality, and I was just filming. It's basically the journal that I make every day. Every day I've made a journal for the last 20-something years of my life, and that's basically what the POV Off-Grid Experience season was this past summer. And some people were saying that they missed the POV videos and how I used to do the channel, so I wanted to just do like a throwback series for that. But now I need to get into some different videos, and I'm starting to reach out to other content creators too, because I have this 100 acres, so if I can find other guys that want to come out here and hunt and camp and like chill out on the property, and maybe do some like bushcraft videos where we go out to a spot on the property and we can go at it, because, you know, I own all this land and all these trees, so we can cut what we want and build whatever we want and not have to deal with like people harassing us, which some YouTubers don't have that opportunity because they, you know, they might have a nice channel that has a couple 100,000 subscribers, but that they've done that all on like wild lands or like preserves or like at parks and stuff and places like that, because they don't have their own land that they can actually do stuff on. So trying to find some YouTubers like that want to come out, so hit me up. There's an email on the about page on my YouTube, and you can just contact me at that email. It's just dcsadventures@gmail.com. So come on around, and yeah, let me know what you guys think are going to be some good videos for this winter. Yeah, we'll just keep on flowing some content, but I need to start making videos that are like dedicated videos that are interesting to watch, that take a little more time than what I've been doing, because I was just trying to get through my growing season so I could have all my food for the winter. And now that that's done, I need to focus on some actual YouTube videos. So Uncle Dave with DC's Adventures, I'll see you guys on the next one.